D71 website. What is it and how to use it? Ruth Forsyth.
Well, you won't have been in Toastmasters very long before you hear this word D71. And for those of you who are new, D71 is the district in which this Toastmasters club is a member. D71 covers all of Great Britain and Ireland. And so each club in the UK and in Ireland is part of District 71. And the D71 website is something that helps us run our meetings, plan our own goals, keep a record of who has done what and when, and also set up our agenda for every meeting to make sure that everything is recorded and assessed in time. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a presentation on, for those of you who are very new to the club and for those of you who might join, on some of the basic uses for using the D71 website. Now, I don't have a little remote control for my laptop and I've had to leave it over there to be with the projector. So Greg is going to be my clicker tonight. So when I put my finger up, Greg is going to move the slide on. Okay?
Is that a test?
Okay, so if you were to put d71.org into Google, this is what you would find. And it's the welcome page for the D71 website. And you'll see there's several things that will give you an indication of what is going to be included on the website even before you log in. So you'll see over here is District 71 and some information about it. Over here we have coming up the Cork Conference, which will be in November, I think. Yep, 9th to the 11th of November. So if you're interested in that, click on that and give you some more information. Now, if you're already a member of Toastmasters, you will be given a username and a password, and you can log in on this page, or if you click on login in the top right, it will bring you up this page. Okay? Now, what I do, I have saved this to my favourites. So anytime I want to enter the D71, I just click on the icon and it takes me straight to the login page. So you put in your username and your password, and it takes you to the home page. So tonight I'm going to walk along some of these tabs at the top, not them all, and we're not going to look at everything on the menus, but just some of the basic things that you will need in order to get you started in your Toastmaster career. So you see over here the clubs that you're a part of, Southside Speakers, and I'm also a member of Thistle Speakers because that's an advanced club. And then over here, some basic information on where the club meets and when and how to get there. And if you scroll down the page, you'll see this little box which tells you a little bit more about what the Toastmasters is all about. On the left-hand side, we also have then a link to the next meeting, YouTube channel, and our Facebook page. Okay, so that'll give you some basic information for what you need. And here again, you see that we are in Area 30, Division E, District 71, UK and Ireland. Okay? So if we go along, if we click on the Home tab, it brings down a menu. And if we click on, we're not going to click on them all tonight, but Meet Our Members, then it brings you up a list of the people who are members of the club. And here you can check out who they are. Now, we're meant to have a picture up here, but James, there are only 2 pictures on the website. James is the only one who shows above the screen. So, whenever you join, here's your first challenge. Can you upload your picture on the website? And I'll show you where you can do that in a minute. So you'll see down the left all the club officers, who they are, how to contact them if you need any help. And anytime you want to contact anybody, you just click on this little symbol here and it takes you straight through to send an email to them. So there you have a list of the members, and we all should put our pictures up there so everybody knows who we are. Next one, Greg. If we go along to the meetings menu and then click on calendar, it then shows us a calendar of all the meetings that are in Area 30. So these are the meetings that you can go to within, and maybe up into Area 43, but these are the meetings that you can go to if you happen to be in the area. So let's say you're over in Edinburgh someday and you think, oh, it's a Monday, hey Margaret, Toastmasters meets on a Monday, I'd like to go along. So you click on the link and it'll take you through to where they meet, what time they meet at, and you can go along and attend the meeting. You'll also see that Southside Speakers is listed for the 2nd and the 4th Thursday of the month, and you can click through the months as long as the meetings are kept up to date, and that's part of Greg's responsibility. Okay, so next, we go along, and on the next meeting menu down is next meeting, and it'll usually have the date of the next meeting. And so this was, whenever I made up my slides, this was the state of the agenda at that time. So this was Tuesday morning, I think. And so it gives you the list of what's happening in the meeting and the list of who might be there. And if you scroll down the page again, you'll see on the left-hand side all the members, and you can go on and click that you're going to be there. And that lets the person know who's setting up the agenda, so-and-so is going to be there, Anne's going to be there, Nathaniel's going to be there. I can allocate them a role. I know that they will be there in order to do something for that meeting tonight. And then if you want to assign, if you want to click on something that you want to do, you can click on this and assign yourself the role. You'll see here that Faraz had signed up to do First Evaluator, and beside it there's a little box and it says CL number 2. That means that that role can be evaluated for the second project in the leadership group. And so Faraz, if he leaves it like that, well, if he has that evaluated, then that will go forward towards his leadership award. There are several projects that you can use the same role for, so you can choose which one you want it to be for. So if you clicked on the little arrow, it would be CL2, CL4, CL5, and you might have 3 options to choose it for. Okay? Next. If we go along to the next tab, which is My Participation, and then go to the first one on the list, which is Sign Up for Meetings, then we get this list here. And again, this is all the meetings that are coming up. And again, you can see that you can choose one of these roles. On this website, there are usually at least 2 ways to do everything, so you'll see that there are other ways to do it. You can also sign up for meetings over here. See? So you can do it on the tab, or you can do it on the bar down the side. So again, you can sign up for any particular role that you want, and you can also go ahead and say, yes, I'm going to be at this meeting, no, I'm not going to be at that meeting, and that lets us know if you're not going to be here. Okay? The next part of my participation then is my communicator process, my speech progress. How many speeches have I done, and how am I doing on my goals? Now, Greg was talking about communicator goals. If you click on this button here, you can set your goal. So like Greg says, you can say, I want to finish 5 speeches by December 31st. And you can add that into your goal. And then it keeps a record of how many speeches you've done and how many you still have left to do. And that also helps Greg as he plans the meetings, because he sees that Mayfair wants to finish her Advanced Communicator Bronze for this year, so I'll make sure that she's on target and help her do that as well. So you'll see here a list of the requested speeches that I've had in, and then if you go down, Greg, to the next page, then it lists all the speeches that you've done, the title, which workbook they're from, and who has evaluated them. And down again, it gives you all the manuals that you're working through at the time. Okay, so everything is there for you, it's all recorded for you, and that's the way that you keep a record of your progress as you work your way through your manuals. Okay. And then your leadership progress is exactly the same. It's the next one down in my participation. And again, leadership goals, so communicator, advanced leadership, bronze is one that I've put in, and also competent leadership manual. And each time you do a role and it is evaluated, it's turned green. So if you go down, Greg, you'll see these are projects that are finished, they've all been evaluated, and once that project is completed, it turns green. Number 6, I haven't done any of those, so nothing has been shaded out on that one. Okay, next. You can also do all this, as I've said, on the left-hand side. But one thing that's not on the menu at the top is request a speech. Okay, so you have to do that on the bar at the side. And once you click that, it brings up this. And what you do is you put in your speech title, and you can always go back and change it if you want to. Just put in anything that you think you're going to be talking about. Then you click on workbook and speech. Right? And again, it brings you up the manuals that you are working through at that particular time. If you want to start a new workbook, you just click on this little arrow and it'll give you a list of all the available options, and you click on whichever one you're wanting to work through. Then if you want to just pick a speech, so I was going to speak to inform, so give me the next slide. Okay, so if you click on speaking to inform, then it brings you up all the speeches that are available in that manual, and you click on the one that you want, and then you move on to the next slide. So then you decide, which date do I want to give my speech? And you have 3 options, first, second and third. So if you know you're not going to be at the next meeting, but you're going to be at the one after that, then that would be your first option. And then maybe you're going to miss another meeting, so your next option would be the next meeting. And so you put that in, and that all gets sent to Greg's box, and he knows who has requested a speech, which speech it is, and when they wanted to deliver it. And that makes it easy for them then to allocate the speeches. Okay? Moving along very quickly to this club tab, and we're just going to look at user list. Let's look at that one. So again, that gives you a list of everybody who's in the club, and again gives you all their contact details, and if you want to email them, you can do that through the D71. Next is the help options, and this is one that everybody needs at some point, because this is a huge site, but there's always lots of help available. You can see the general discussions in the forum, so if you're like me and you're involved in the district or the area, then there will be information that you will need at that level. The most important one is this one. How do I ... question mark. If you have a question on how to do anything on the website, go there and type in your question, and you'll find that somebody else has already asked it and the answer will be there. If you really get stuck, you click on this name here which says Malcolm. Now, I don't know who Malcolm is, but I'm telling you, Malcolm knows everything there is to know about D71 because I have contacted him from time to time, and he will get back to you almost within 24 hours. I don't know what else he does, but all he seems to do is look after the D71 website, but he is a fount of information, and if you need help, Malcolm's the person to contact. And then finally, your own profile. And so you see here where you can change your password if you want to, if the one that you've been given you don't like and you want to make it something that you can remember. You can change all that information there. Any information here you can decide whether it's open to the public, club members or club officers only. So you can keep your information private if you don't want it to go onto the public site. And then further down there will be a place to upload your photograph. So that's where you go and do that. Okay? And that's us done. Okay, now you're all experts, and I would expect you all to have signed up for your next meeting before we meet together, and have set your own goals, your communicator goals and your leadership goals. So the D71 website helps us keep our meetings good flowing and helps us to fulfill our own goals. Thank you.